I had to go down to my garage and get these. Okay. Here's these guys here. Let's open these up. Man, these things feel slick as hell, guys. These are slick feeling, man. They are tapered too. Almost like a great big ring. Hey, you know what? I got an idea what I could use one of these for. Maybe I should buy another set. So there's like a ridge on the inside. So I would think where the ridge is, I don't know if you guys can make a little ridge out there. See that little ridge there? So your engine's here, and I believe that's how it goes in. And then when your exhaust pipe goes in, this ridge here will give it more of a seal. So I think that's how they go in. Just from what I can tell with these, this is the way to go. That's why everyone's getting the tapered ones. And they're the same amount of money. They're like $14 for two of these. So there's almost no difference. So we got everything. We got these, the gaskets, the cam puller, the cam. I just have to get my Locktight, and then should be able to get it done. We had 3 beautiful days of weather here, and guys, I might be able to go for one more ride tomorrow. Then the weather's going to start going downhill. So what else do you expect around here? But yeah, from what I've read on Wild Steed Works' website, they can make an open primary that they're made on request, and you have to call them for the price. And I guess it depends. I guess the build time would depend on what they're doing and how busy they are. If they have a lot of bikes coming in there for service, they're going to have to basically get a block of aluminum, which isn't cheap. And they're going to have to basically mill you out on their CNC machine and open primary. I think that's what they do. And a block of aluminum that big, you're talking about the block's going to be this big by this wide. That alone is probably $1,000. And then the rest of the labor going into that probably doesn't even include the clutch. So you're probably looking at maybe $4,000 to $5,000, maybe even $6,000 for an open primary, for a custom-made open primary. And I don't think that includes the clutch, but for all you guys that are fans of open primary, unless if you can find one, that's the only route to go. Which I'd love to have an open primary on that, but that's a lot of money. That's too much money. And what's the difference? What's the difference going to be? There's not going to be much difference other than the sound of the whine of the open primary. That's the only difference. You can take that $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and you can buy a turbocharger or a supercharger. It probably costs the same amount of money. So I also did adjust the carburetor a little on the bike. I think it needed the air fuel needle mixed. I think it needed adjusted a little bit. I didn't have it opened up enough. You know, another thing with those is they're good to adjust every once in a while because you can have crap building up in that on that little opening of that needle. You know, it's just like everything else. Every once in a while, you're going to have to go there. You're going to have to turn that down and then turn it back up and readjust it. Otherwise, you're going to have all kind of the sticky crap in the gas. It's going to just lay in there. It's going to build up. You know, there's a guy where I work at that has a Harley. He's having problems with the rear end wobbling. And I told him, you know, with these motorcycles, with these Harley Davidsons and big dogs and Iron Horse motorcycle, American Iron Horse motorcycles, they vibrate so bad. You know, you have to periodically you have to go over the whole motorcycle from rear wheel to front wheel. Just check everything. Everything needs to be checked. Make sure it's tight. Anytime you take something off, you have to use Locktight. So, all right, guys. I'll see if maybe I can get one more ride. Maybe I can record a ride tomorrow. We'll get the GoPro charged up. My handy little Hero 4. You know, this camera here, this is outdated. You know, everyone nowadays they have they have the Hero 10, what the Hero, just like with the iPhones. It was what, you know, the first iPhone I had was iPhone 5. Now there's what iPhones 20, iPhones 30, iPhone 50, iPhone 500. This, you guys seen the videos. This does the job. It makes nice videos. You know, I wouldn't mind having another one, another Hero 4. But you know, maybe I'll buy another one. But this does the job. And every time before I set this up, I make sure it's charged. I have 2 batteries for this. I make sure the lens is clear. Like right now, there is some, I don't know if you guys can see the lens or the lens need cleaned. And then the housing that this goes into, I make sure the housing's clean also. And matter of fact, this is probably still charged because this battery I have in here holds a charge. See, we turned it on here. Yeah, see, it reads no SD card. I don't know, it's pretty hard to see. And then turn it off, you hold this in. But I paid probably, I think 7 years ago, I bought this on Fingerhut. I made payments on this on Fingerhut. It was something like $350. I made payments on this sucker. And I got it off of Fingerhut. And I have never had not one issue with this. I made over 1,000 videos with this. And to this day, this is 100% functioning. And I've dropped it maybe a half a dozen times on a hard surface. And there's no damage to it, and it functions 100%. These are the only, if you're going to make videos on YouTube, guys, this is the only way to go with a GoPro. A GoPro is the only way to go.